Hey everybody, and welcome to the video. This one's all about 140 Grotto. That's right, this is my first playthrough of it. We finally got it done. I got it recorded and I wanted to bring it to you. Here's the build I'm using. You'll notice the slight variation where I do have additional armor whenever I do lose shield, but other than that it's exactly the same. We got bomb squad for more armor, we got more armor whenever we lose shield, we got survivalist for health, and then of course we have the cooldown and damage on the minigun. So this build is all about killing every single thing that shows up in front of that barrel, and whenever our minigun is not on cooldown, we are farming out materials for that final boss. It's as easy as that. If you want some tips, stay near your team, because you know what, you're going to be extremely slow, which means that you are going to be prone to getting surrounded. But that's okay. If you do get surrounded, it's usually by the smaller ones, and you can proc that shockwave whenever you're done with your Goin Commando, and that should clear you off long enough for you to build a box around you, and then of course ramp up the safety, which you'll see several times when I do not have Goin Commando or shockwave on deck ready to go. Now, like I said, my main goal, kill everything in front of me and stay alive to the end no matter what time is on the clock, because it's not actually a timed run. So first priority, staying alive. Second priority, getting as many materials as I can for building during that final fight, because that's going to be the most important part. You're going against 4 mini bosses and they all have laser faces and shields, so it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. It's not going to be a quick fight, it's going to be a long drawn out fight. So what you need to do is you need to get to safety, build your pyramid on the ground, and then have an archway right there like what you saw on the screen, and then build up, jump up, just like you would do the mythic Storm King. So once you do that, you build your floors, you put down all of your traps. You'll notice I'm farming all of the urns around me. I'm trying to gather as many traps as I can. I'm trying to get as much wood, brick, and metal as I can, and I'm trying to stay alive. That's the goal for making it through. That's the goal for getting to the end, and that's the goal for beating it. So that way I could get the banner, which I already had last year, so which you can, but I just wanted to see what it was like to, of course, experience beating all of the harder 140 content. As of the time that you're seeing this, we have beaten the shit out of these maps repeatedly over and over again, but hey, they're all the same. You know, stick together as a team, get to the end, stay safe. You know, different builds for different strategies. Some people like to go with the fast runner, so that way they can get the shadow key, they can get to the doors, they're going to take off from the team. There's nothing you could do about it. Only thing you could do is try to talk somebody else on your team into getting a minigun build as well. So that way when fucking mini bosses like this show up, boop, there's this guy right here with his fucking minigun as well. And then I'm gonna be honest with you, anything that's fucking taking 2 miniguns to the face, well, hey, I'm sure you've been on Pornhub.com. You know what it's like when they get 2 miniguns to the face at the same time. It's not clean and it's not pretty, is all I'm saying. Allegedly, that's what I've heard. I've never been on that site. Let's go ahead and roll on from there. Farming out everything, killing everything, collecting mats and collecting traps, and just pushing it all the way until the end. That's what you need to do. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the Grotto now. I get lost on this map more than any other map. I feel like whenever you're doing the timed runs, you have the crypts, you have the inferno, and you have the labyrinth. All give you 10 minutes to run the entire thing. When you speed run the Grotto, they give you 20 minutes. So if you get lost and it seems daunting, don't worry about it. Everyone does. Even when you memorize the whole thing, it is still challenging. But you know what? I believe in you. Go ahead, keep doing it, keep trying, you'll get there. Just have yourself a solid build and have somebody on your team that you can communicate with and that will stand near you, because I'll tell you what, if there's one of you, it's super easy to get overwhelmed. If there's 2 of you, you build up 2 boxes and you just drop those miniguns directly on their dome. They can't take it. It's ridiculous. So I want to give a big shout out to the team. They are absolutely incredible. We got Tyler, we got Taru, we got Gregorius. We're kicking ass, we're taking names. Everybody's got their different roles that they're laying into, but hey, you know how it goes, man. Farm everything you can, collect everything you can, stay alive. alive as long as you can. Now we do lose people, you know, roughly because they are trying to speed run through it, and you know what, you need those people on your team so that way you don't take 2 hours in order to do a dungeon. You know, generally most people only die on these whenever they accidentally get teleported into like a trap where there's like tons of monsters all the way around you and you get surrounded and can't do anything and you're just trapped. You can't jump, you can't do anything, you're just getting bombarded, and that's exactly what a zombie apocalypse is supposed to do. Remember, we are playing 144 player, so this is not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be challenging, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. Monsters coming to kill you, you doing your best to stay alive and get to the end. So what do? You prepare. You got your survivability, you got your armor, and you got your DPS. Unfortunately, when you have all that, you're going to be sacrificing your movement speed like I did, but you know what? When we're not doing timed runs, I don't really give a shit about the time. As you'll see, this run takes over 27 minutes. But that's okay. That's part of the game. Playing the game is, you know, playing the game. You don't want everything to be exactly the same. You want some runs to be speed runs. You want some runs to be challenging. You want to have different builds set up for, you know, each and every one. Whenever I'm doing the speed run, I'm always running a Fleetwood Ken Paleo variation hybrid build. Whenever I'm playing the higher content, it's like, give me my armor, give me my health, and give me my guns, and we'll eventually get to the end. I promise you that. You know, now I can't say the same thing about speed runs. I usually end up, you know, running super fast into a teleporter that happens to take me back to the middle of 2 monoliths that I decided to run through and trigger all the zombies and not kill them. I mean, that's just what happens. You know, it's a game. You got your ups, your downs, and your all-arounds, but you know what? You're going to get to the end. I believe in you. Just hold down that fucking minigun, and anything in front of you, make sure to kill it. That way they can't come up behind you. Fucking zombie apocalypse, you know what I mean? You're down in the middle of a dank, dark dungeon that's got all kinds of overgrown shit everywhere. You got a fucking pirate ship in the middle of this dungeon. You gotta expect there's gonna be some crazy shit going down. So you carry your guns, you carry your ammo, you get in there, kick ass, take names, and go insane, and that's what you do. So basically, I'm just trying to hang out in the middle of the team, keep an eye on where everyone's at, move together, farm together, and keep pushing this thing. I know it sounds repetitive, but hey, that's what the fuck we're doing. Also, this is the second time I've recorded this. My first recording, at the last 5 seconds, decided to blue screen my entire computer. So you're actually hearing the second run through of this, but I'm still giving it as much energy as the first one, if not even more, just despite it. I mean, this build absolutely can handle anything, especially with the team around. Make sure to stay out of the water. The water does have the piranhas in it. If you didn't know that, you should definitely make a note of that, because hey, you're going to the grotto where there's about to be 4 laser faces, power level 153, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen, just working this thing like it needs to be worked. Take your time, always back up, stay away from the traps, they're everywhere, kill all the monoliths, shockwave when they get too close, continue to lay down the law. Treat the husks like the little bitches that they are, but still respecting the fact that they can bend you over and spank you. Keep your distance, always back it up. Always back it up. You shake it to the left, shake it to the right. You shake it more than 3 times, you're just playing with it, all right? Do a little dab, put it back up. Hey, you're good to go. So we officially found the door right here. I think we're waiting on the special key right now. Hey, you know what? I'm just happy I made it to the door, so I'm not going anywhere. And this is the door we've been waiting for. There's the pyramid, there's the archway, build up. Oh, a little pro tip that I've learned since making this video. You can connect your base right here into the waterfall. So that way it's a lot harder for them to rip it down. You got 3 or 4 waterfalls out there, so it's gonna be nice and easy for you to secure it. That way you don't have to worry about your whole base falling down to the ground and you've used up all your resources on just that base. So here's the high ground advantage that I want, that I need. I noticed that it takes them a long time to teleport up here. So as long as I'm up, I'm good to go. I'm just trying to find out where all the bosses are. If I know where they are, then I can set up my traps. But if I don't know where they are, I gotta basically look around and make sure that I can hit them with my minigun, because the last thing I want is to get, you know, 3 fucking laser faces to teleport behind me. That's a party I am not looking forward to showing up at. I'm trying to secure the whole base to the roof as well. I didn't know about the waterfalls when I was doing this video. There we go, laying down some traps. He showed up right behind me. I wasn't expecting him there. I was gonna put down some walls. I'll try to throw down my roofs. I'm gonna get up above him. I don't want him to teleport. It looks like the team has walled in over there. I'm gonna take some cheap shots. Always aim for the headshots. Those are the best shots. There we go. I'm looking for any stragglers. Throw a little hover turret in the air. I want to let you know that I am now a fan of having the slow field for the harder power levels and then having the hover turrets for the speed runs. So during the time of recording this video, I did not do that. As you can see, my hover turrets are still laying down the law. The Goin Commando build does more than enough damage. You don't need that from the hover turrets, but these stronger bosses like this, the slow field is absolutely the way to go in my experience. So we got 3 of them down. We're just looking for the last one, making my way around, still trying to play it smart. Everyone's got more than half health, so I'm not too worried about it. Just finding out where this guy is, because he could be anywhere. We don't want to drop down on the floor. It looks like other people had their trap tunnel set up as well. My dude's going BR, and this one feels like it's in the bag. Straight headshots all day. I had a blast bringing you this one for the 2nd time. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe. Let me know your favorite builds and what your run times were down in the section below, and I will definitely see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.